Hello everyone, this is Commander Trium. We're just modifying some settings here as we get started with tonight's session. Please stand by.
Ensure you have received authorization before entering the docking bay. If you don't have access permission, please exit the facility immediately.
Did I not say remind me some other time? So bugger off. Oy, 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 oy. Just one moment, we'll be right back. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. Commander's log, May the 7th, May the 8th, 3305. Commander Trium commanding. Tonight we are engaged in operations related to, again, acquiring permit from the Sextantis 4 Sextantis system. This includes several missions. Some require anti-piracy operations, others are simple fetch and grab type missions. We are also considering we also have cargo destined for, at least I think we do. If not, we have to obtain cargo. And complete a run into on behalf of Felicia Winters. Hopefully this will all be done fairly quickly, because there is an update for it that is imminent, and Ship operations will be suspended during the update process. And log. Course is laid in. Have a look and see who we've got online here tonight. Getting underway now. Stand by. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there.
Hi,
Fucking annoying
how are
Discord.
you?
What's that?
How are you?
Splendid. What have you been up to?
Mining, gold fighting,
Yeah.
material collecting, same old stuff.
Oh dear lord. We're engaging in hyperspace right now doing I was just going to say I got involved with several larger groups online now. I'm with like 3. I'm part of the Felicia Winters clan, which has amassed itself into one big super group full of people. And I've also, instead of different factions within, in Power Play, and then I've joined the Distant Worlds channel and met several people that way, and I've also had dealings with people on the Elite Dangerous Community channel, though some of them are kind of morons, if I can use the term politely. But, well, one in particular, but anyway. But on the whole, not. So, I've been chatting it up with them while I'm doing my work during the daytime, and then during the nighttime I'm out adventuring, doing all sorts of stuff, including translating Thargoid glyphs, and I'm getting ready for another Guardian campaign and a few other things, so there's lots going on here in my elite life. But I'm always open to raid Thargoids if you're close by and in the neighborhood and whatever.
I'm trying a new overlapping hotspot mining for painite right now.
Oh yeah?
So far, so good, I guess. Not terrible.
Yeah, I'm testing out builds also with my Imperial Clipper, trying to figure out which guns work best on that thing. I'm moving away from using the Packhound missiles, as fun as they are to play with. On longer campaigns or sieges, you want to get beam weapons, right? So I'm testing out a combination of burst lasers and beams to see what that does, if anything.
Yes.
And what else? Oh, and I took the Guardian weapons off, the flat cannons, the ones that go turreted. Still not the biggest fan of fixed weapons, though I will go gimbaled if that's an option. But a lot of the Guardian stuff is not. In fact, there are no really strictly gimbaled Guardian weapons as far as I know.
No, I don't think there are.
But I did take one of the Guardian fighters and used it to bomb the hell out of that sensor, on a sensor mission, bomb the hell out of a planet outpost. That was funny, because it looked like the outpost was on fire from the Guardian blasts that my fighter had planted in its midst. So that was rather amusing. And my co-pilot here is she's up to skill level not dangerous, but the one before that, master, I think.
Cool.
And so she can actually aim and hit the turrets, the skyward turrets in an outpost without being hit herself. Or if she is hit, it's not killing her.
Good.
So
that's always nice to see. A
little
bit of progression.
Well, yeah, and then she,
it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but she went up tremendously during the Thargoid campaign I was on recently, so.
Have you moved?
What's that?
Have you moved places, apartments?
Did get an apartment. Papers are signed. Everything worked out. So I'm moving on the 28th of May. And I've given
started your job.
given my notice at my old job, and I'm starting the new one. I think May 28th as well, but I may push that back a day or two just so I don't like overburden myself on the same day. You can't do a move the same day and then switch jobs. It's just not going to work. So
Yeah.
we'll see
Very cool.
See how it all works out. But yeah, I was very happy with the apartment that I got. It's very nice. They call it a luxury apartment, eh? It says right on the front of the building, Sussex House Luxury Apartment. It's like, holy shit, what did I buy here? It's fucking gonna cost me a fortune, but I'm being paid pretty well at the new job, so I'm actually paid pretty well where I work now, so regardless, it should be fine. And if things don't work out at the new job, then I can always come crawling back to defense and say, can you please hire me back again at the same rate?
Options.
So I have a couple of options, and things are pretty busy in the tech sector here right now, so I don't think I'll be starving for cash or whatever. Plus I get 2 months extra pay, so there's overlap from my contract work, right? So I'm going to be paid a salary, but while I'm making a salary, I'll also get paid for 2 months worth of contract work. Because there was a delay in getting me paid at the beginning of the contract, so now it comes back to me at the end, and that's very good, because obviously if things don't work out, you need a bit of extra money to survive, right? So I'll have everything all worked out. I should have about 10,000, something like 10,000 extra dollars available. So that should last a little while. Plus, I didn't pay rent this month because it's my last month here, since I'm moving at the end of the month, so yeah.
But you had to pay first and last rent at the new place.
Right, and I already did that, and I still have money. Like, I still have $5,000. So I'll have, like, in my bank account at the end of July, I should have something like $15,000 at least. I figure. You know, and then it's like, well, how are you going to spend this money? If things are working out and going very well.
Ice cream!
Yeah, I think I'll buy some ice cream or something. At that point, I haven't had $15,000 in my hands since I bought my last car. And I'm not buying another car this time, so I just refuse. I fucking hate the idea of paying $1.30 a liter. I mean, I could go buy a car with $15,000. It's definitely an option, but why the hell would I? It's just going to end up costing me. It's just going to end up being
an electric car.
Yeah, I don't know. Those are pretty expensive. Those are like $30,000 for a good one. I'm not going to have that much money, but you know, walking into the showroom, dropping 15 grand cash and coming out of it with a car, like, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Here, let me give you a cashier's check for 15 grand. I want that car. Just knowing that's an option is kind of amusing, but anyway.
People do it every day.
I know.
Just not our kind of people.
No, not our kind of people, no. Although I am getting kind of old, I expected when I got to a certain age, stuff like that would become, doable. But where the hell is the door for the space station? It's missing. The space station doesn't have a door. It's just like, all it has are sides on it.
The space station.
The space station you can never leave, nor can you ever enter it. Anyway, I bought the advanced docking computer as well. That's an annoying piece of equipment if I ever saw one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because it takes off for you and then wanders out the doorway, and you're like, well, I don't want you flying my ship for me. I want to do it myself. Like, you don't need a computer to automatically let you leave the station. You should be able to do that yourself.
Right.
Like, we all have been doing it for like months and months and months. I can do it in my sleep. I'm sure you can as well.
Well, when I fly my Type 10, I always have to go into third-person camera and behind myself so that I know I'm clear. I can never just use the cockpit view and go out of the thing on a Type 10 for some reason. So I'd use it there.
But the advanced docking computer on even the large ships where you use third person, like, all it will do is if it detects a ship's coming in, all it's going to do is just wait.
That's right. It puts you in the endless queue.
It puts you in the endless queue, so you just sit there. Meanwhile, the clock is still ticking, like you have to leave at some point, you know. And yes, you can disable the computer and say, okay, I'm taking over, but I don't necessarily want to wait for the queue to completely clear, because there's always a little bit of space behind the person who's just ahead of you, and you can always sneak out that way.
You can even disable the functionality of the auto launch and still keep your auto dock.
Yeah.
Go into the...
Yeah, you can have both. Well, actually, no, you don't need the basic docking computer. Like, the advanced docking computer will both dock and undock you. So the basic one only docks you. But on most of my ships, I just kept the basic one because I don't really care if I have the automatic undocker thing. But yeah, these Felicia Winters people, you know, they got blasted recently. Like 11 weeks ago, there were 3 Imperial factions went after Felicia Winters and like ganked her and fucking took all her territory away, or most of it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they went and they all went in it together, and now they're arguing over the spoils of their winnings. So there's some dissension amongst them, and actually Felicia Winters is, you know, gradually taking territory back now. In fact, she set up this tonight to take over, I think, 1 or 2 planets. So, or 1 or 2 star systems. So, I mean, she is gaining stuff back, and she'll be able to hold on to it, because there was a 5th column that was spying from within on Discord. And so they knew everything about all the defenses and all the strategy that the Felicia Winters people were using, and the reverse wasn't true. So that's why, one of the reasons they were able to win. Well, this time it's going to be, the odds are a little more even and slated in favor of Felicia. Plus, by amassing into a big group, all dedicated to the same goals, all voting for the same thing, there's no room for dissension, and there's nothing that anyone else can really do about it. But they're kicking people out of the group who they think are working for the Empire.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. I mean, they're being pretty suspicious. They do their homework, and they'll double check and try to make sure that you're not, you know, that there hasn't been some kind of mistake made, but the other thing is there's an inordinately large number of Canadians in Felicia Winters' group.
I was just going to say, are these all British people? That's cool too.
Yeah, because I guess Felicia Winters' disposition politically is similar to Canadian values or something. So she's attracted a bunch of people from Canada into her faction.
Wow. Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's just sort of the default choice. Like, once everyone's free and clear of, you know, going and shopping for armaments from the other factions, which they let you do. I mean, you can disengage from Felicia for a while if you want to go after something else. They won't come after you or anything.
No.
You just announce your intention and you say, okay, I'm going to join Ageling's group to get a shield or something, and then come back. And they'll let you back in. Well, they never kick you out, really. I mean, they just, not off Discord anyway. You're still, you know, quote-unquote part of the Felicia group, even though in the game it says you're with Ageling. But anyway. Plus, now we have spies of our own trying to infiltrate the Empire, right? So, there's all this shit going on. I prefer this kind of drama to the other kind that we had with the first 2 groups that I sort of got hooked up with and abruptly left, or had my, well, I left one, and the other one I didn't want to leave, but there was no defense. It was a summary judgment type of situation. You're kicked out. You don't get any counter argument, and I don't want to ever talk to you again. Oh, okay. Well, that's fair. That sounds fair. Ooh. I just made a crap load of money off exploration inside the bubble. I didn't think that was possible. Okay. So, now we're still hovering around 400 million credits. I'm not really losing any money, but I'm not gaining anything either. Now, what we need here...
Unsanctioned acts of aggression.
no, we want to get power contact. We want liberal propaganda. Pro-Canada propaganda. Yeah, I tried having a political discussion with my father tonight. That utterly failed because he's so tired of hearing about Trump from everyone, he said. So I couldn't talk to him about that. And there was some news about Trump today I didn't like to hear. He's trying to stop Congress from asking questions about his presidency, so he can get away with everything he wants to get away with. They want to haul Mueller into the Congress, and they want that because they want to get him in front of a television camera to explain to all the dumbass people that can't read the report for themselves, to explain in his own words on television in front of the big news cycle that, yes, I did not say no collusion, and I didn't say, he's exonerated. As long as they get those two things out of Mueller whenever he appears before Congress, then they'll be happy. Whether or not it affects anything is another matter completely, but... Anyway, he's trying to stop it from happening.
Let's see here.
And my God, does he ever sit on Twitter? Holy shit. Oh, speaking of Twitter, my Twitter account got a whole bunch of new followers. I don't know if it's because I joined Felicia's group or what the hell, but I now have nearly 80 followers, which is half the number that Turgeon has. Like, I'm closing, in the last month, I've closed the gap between myself and the number of followers Turgeon has on Twitter. And Turgeon's a content provider, so I'm a little bit surprised about that. But anyway, we'll see where that goes. Plus, I'm still a fan of Turgeon. I still love watching his videos.
He's a good sod. A good sort. A sod-to-be sort.
Yeah, he is a good sort. I like him. Oh, fuck.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Okay, I filled up my cargo hold full of propaganda. Now what? Oh. Okay, so we have that. Good. Now, where's my crew? Shore leave is over, Erica. Master 13%. Things are going a bit more slowly now. I'm getting my money's worth out of her at least now, because she still only collects 12%, but she's like a full rank above what you get when you start out with someone like that. So if I can get her up to dangerous, man, I'll be very happy with that. It'll suck if I ever get killed, though, with her on my crew.
Sure does.
That's why I have this expendable, mostly harmless Salvador Turner.
Yes, the throwaway crewmate. I also carry him around. but not at the moment. At the moment, it's my deadly girl, middle of the road.
Yeah. Do you have an elite?
Yep. I've lost 2 elites last month, and now I have 1 back.
Okay.
And I have a deadly who's, 86% or something?
Okay.
And a throwaway.
So you really have to have, like, you don't need to have 3 crew members all the time, but it helps to, like, for replacement purposes.
I got nothing but cash, right? So I don't care that they're taking all my cash. That's the key there.
Yeah.
If I wanted money, then I'd trim them down to 1, probably 1 elite, and then just baby her, never take her in open.
Well, I have enough money to pay, like, mostly harmless. They don't take very much money, but and if you grow them, if you can get them mostly harmless all the way up to, you know, something like expert or dangerous, you're getting your money's worth out of them, because they still only take like 4% or whatever the hell it is, so, or 3%. So that would be nice. Imagine having an elite at 3% profit share. Oh, it's a deal we struck. Sorry, I don't care if you're any better now.
Well, it could be that their skill level isn't just tied to their elite tag, but how much money they take home.
Yeah.
I've never even thought of that before.
Well, I mean...
Doesn't seem likely.
No, I mean, if the better they get, the more money they're worth, and they should be asking... They should be, like... There should be some sort of review process where they said, well, you know, last year I was at this level, now I'm at this level, I think I'm worth this much. Do you agree or not? If you say no, then they walk. Or they might walk. There's a percentage chance they'll walk.
The other problem is that no matter how elite they are, how many hours you have with them, they're never going to be smart enough to do what they should do.
Oh, no.
And that's, you know, leave the battle if you're getting hurt, use a shield, cell bag, things like that.
Well, I think you should be allowed to buy, what really would make them worthwhile is if you were able to, you know, have more than one of them, first of all, on your ship at once. And if you could actually have escape pods purchased for them. Like, they could be horribly expensive, but the indestructible escape pods for them, the way you have, like a commander's escape pod. But the Pilots Federation only issues the commander's escape pod if you're a commander, so you're not a member of the Pilots Federation, and you don't get to survive when your ship blows up. But even just an ordinary escape pod would be still useful, because then you could go and retrieve it. Right? That could be one of your little missions, is going back to like some star system where you lost an escape pod. Well, then you have to go find it. You know.
No, that's cool. That's a very cool idea.
It wouldn't even take that much logic, that much more code, I don't think, to put that in the game.
Then I would only ever need one, and could build a story around her, some lore.
Oh, sure, yeah. She could have a story all her own. Especially if the game like would make allowances for development of family and friends and like other social relationships or something. Oh, she met this guy on this space station. Now she's getting married to him. You know, like, or she met, even more interesting, she met this girl on this space station, and they both seem interested. This Thargoid.
Met a Thargoid.
Yeah.
At the surface side, and now it's attached itself to her. More ways than one.
You see this alien hand-like thing on her face.
Face? Okay. PG. Right on.
Yeah. Oh, God.
All kinds of fun things you can do with that.
Yeah.
Such a disappointment for me, those things. Unless they sprout, cut their roots and take off and start battling, I had such high hopes. You know, here we have this device inside that we can turn on, and it seems to do nothing, correlate loosely with our galaxy, but there's no point of reference. There's, you know, there's no Thargoids, and inside the structure there's a map.
Yeah. We're not even sure that that's our galaxy. That could be their galaxy for all we know. The Andromeda Galaxy is another spiral galaxy. So, You know, like how do you really know if it's Andromeda or Milky Way?
Yeah.
You don't really. But there are two. Those are the those two. Both us and Andromeda are spiral class galaxies, and both of us are pretty close to one another. So it's one or the other, but we can't really tell which.
Well, this double hotspot thing, I'm getting more impressed as we go here.
Oh, really? Is
Kind of casual mining, and I'm up to 100 tons already, so that's 80 million.
So that is bearing fruit then.
Yeah, there's a lot of rocks. I had a couple of 52 percenters right next to each other. I just found another 34 right away.
Huh.
The numbers are there. And that's a new thing for me, and I'm actually kind of disappointed with myself that I didn't know this earlier, because it has been around for a little while, the knowledge of this, but they really found out the power of double and triple hotspots on Distant Worlds 2's big mining siege. And so ever since then, people have been doing it this way and outfitting their ships this way. And
yeah.
The problem is there isn't very many places in the bubble that, because you still have to have pristine, so it can't be a populated system, and that's where all hotspots are. Hotspots are near population, generally.
Yeah.
So there's a list, but you go there and, well, yeah, I don't know. Like, there's only a 2-hour refresh for regular materials, so you don't have to worry about it being mined out, or that, there's a 18-hour delay and people have been there and you're just not seeing them type thing. It's only 2 hours. So these rocks, there's not much chance that an hour and a half ago were mined in some other instance, right?
Yeah.
So that's good. That's a good thing to think about. No, but
yeah, well,
it's definitely a lot slower pace than core mining. Oh, there's another 51.3 right out of the blue. Holy crap. It's out here. I'm right in between two painite hotspots.
Holy
and
crap.
Yeah, there's cores around. Yeah, there's a core. Oh, there's a platinum core. Oh, okay. But other rocks, wow. I still prefer core mining. I prefer spin zoning.
Yeah, I mean, I thought outfitting my ship with both a mining laser and abrasion laser might be a good idea, but I'm happy with core mining, really. I don't really need to have other kind of mining. There's very rarely anything that interests me in the other type.
Well, with legacy mining, you really need a lot of limpets and collectors, and I mean prospectors too. Like, you need more equipment in order to be efficient. Core mining, you only need
there are people.
Select things.
Yeah, there are people I've met on Discord that advocate hugely and even say that, look, they'll pull in more money hour per hour doing legacy mining over core. But I just don't think that they really explored core very thoroughly, because core can be very, very fucking lucrative.
Well, in the wing mechanic world, yes, core mining is not done in wing because it's too buggy.
Yeah.
So everyone's doing legacy mining, laser mining, and wing, and it's quadrupling people's outputs because you're taking other people's allotments, right?
Yeah.
Someone has to give up their allotment for one of the other people to get that,
Yeah.
Or you just divvy it all, divide it by 4, and it's about the same for 150, 200 and something million an hour.
Yeah.
But if you can get 3 people to give you their allotments, then you're almost 600 million an hour.
But I would say
filling your ship up
I would say on the shitty nights, where I do like an hour or 2 hour long session, I only get like 60 million. For every one of those, there's another night where I'm getting 180 to 220 million.
Nice.
Doing the deep core, right? So it balances out to being about between 100 and 150 million per night on average, I would say, which For me, I mean, it wouldn't. I don't think I'd do any better with just legacy mining. I don't think.
And the other problem with the legacy mining is selling to market. Because for one thing, your ship is big. It's like a Type 9 or a Conda. It's slow. You're going to get interdicted, and there isn't as many places that sell or that buy it for 800 grand.
Well, I've given up using the Conda for mining at all. I take the Corvette because the Corvette has the cargo space, and mostly you're using limpets to harvest minerals anyway, so you don't have to like crash into the freaking asteroids all the time. But even if you do, so what? Like, your shields can easily handle anything that the asteroids have to say to you.
Right.
Okay, now we're in the target system here. Hang on. We have to visit a station in this system and deposit our propaganda.
Well, I think we just found a core. Let's all pop it.
Sure.
Leave my mark.
Go to Cassidy Orbital at 2.7 thousand light seconds. And we have to spin around and go through those fucking NPCs that are guarding there, probably. That's okay. You little buggers can come and have a Federal Corvette surprise. That's right. Oh, it's an Imperial Clipper. Competent. And it is wanted. Yes. Yes, it's wanted. Isn't that just terrible? Let's just see here if they're gonna...
Majority bizarre.
Hang on, I'm gonna chase this fucker down and see if I can't take him out. Okay, let's see here.
It is the Painite core.
There's the interdictor, okay. We have a solution. We are interdicting. Come here, you little fairy. I'll teach you a lesson or two. Oh, I shouldn't say fairy. But he looks like such a fairy. He's in that nice, cute-looking ship. It's got wings and everything. Alright, come here, you little... There we are. Go to B mode and...
Roger that, sir. Deploying the fighter.
Target shields are offline.
$10 chunks? That sucked. It's only about 8 or 9 tons from that.
Oh, this guy's had it. He's down to 78 already. %, and falling. %.
Target destroyed.
All hostile vessels destroyed, Commander.
All hostiles destroyed. Here, let's go up here like this.
Programming mode control. Programming mode control. Programming mode control.
What do we get for our trouble? We get the focus crystals, the compound shielding, filament composites, and the winner is worn shield emitters. And the final component is chemical distillery. Yes, that's right, you win.
I'm glad you're doing that mat collection after a kill. That's smart.
The which?
Material collecting after you do a dog fight.
Oh, I always do that.
Not a lot of people do it. It's smart.
Well, you have to. If you don't, you always constantly are starving for materials. I found so. I just started at some point way in the past. I started doing this and always carrying a compound, a collector limpet control panel with me, at least up to class 3. The one I have with me right now is class 5. Reassembling shields. We're at 38%. Let's use a shield charge. Oh no! Shields charging. We got a blue shield again and ring 3. Okay, we can proceed. Engage engines all ahead flank. Stow weapons.
Frameshift drive charging.
FSD recharge in progress. 4, 3, 2, 1, jump! So that little bastard is gone. I don't like finding Imperials in a system I'm trying to take over.
No doubt.
Well, I'm only here to deliver a small number of, relatively small number of propaganda leaflets. I've only got 120 something leaflets. Tons of leaflets, I mean.
$45. Wow. Impressive.
Ooh, it's a dolphin. Dock delete. There goes Dock delete. He's with Lulua Exchange. And there's some other ships that just flew by. I don't know what the hell they are. One's an Eagle. They're both Eagles. Probably Federal Security or maybe Imperial Security for all I know. It's a federal system though. Approaching Cassidy orbital. And now, where the hell's my planet? They're not letting me find my planet.
Core Dynamics, Alpha Romeo 0. The Federation welcomes you, Commander. We'd be happy to serve you at this port.
That male voice sounded a mite bit too friendly for my tastes. I think he likes me, or maybe he likes you. What should I tell him?
I'm going to kick off here and go and See what the girlfriend's up to upstairs.
All right then.
Glad to hear you're getting involved in some happy group time.
Oh yeah, lots of action.
Haha.
Yeah.
Fly safe.
Take care. Ah, there it is.
Scan detected.
Okay, Commander. Proceed to landing pad 02. You are go for automated docking. Enjoy the ride, Commander.
And now, ooh, almost flew through a hologram there. For honor and glory, the Federation. We'll be docking at pad 2 momentarily.
Landing gear deployed.
And now we have soft seal.
Landing operation complete. Dispatching ground crew. Good to have you, Commander.
Retool, repair, restock. Contact. Ooh, interstellar factors. Paid off the Federation our gigantic bounty. And now we will have the authority. Redeem all the bounty vouchers. And we will do something else, I think. We have to go to the power contact. Where are they? They're over here. There we are.
Have you checked your pay number? Check again. Unauthorized landing may trigger a legal response.
Okay. I guess we have to go and collect some limpets now. We'll go to the advanced maintenance and to pick up some more limpets. And let's have a look at our mission board and our this is not what we wanted. What? You only get one vote? What's this one commander, one vote nonsense? Yeah, we're gonna take it, so... All of our other systems have been met, including the outlying ones so far. Oh, we found one that wasn't. It's only 53 light years away. How much does it need? Oh, about another 500. Federal liberal packages for Maria. Ooh, and it goes downhill from there. Although we're not in danger of losing anything. Okay, so the next goal we have is going to be next to Toyota. It is the goal in Coley. Oh, and we have a notation here in our... One moment. Chop chop. A. Okay. We have two objectives in this system, and the first give me a moment. And we're ready for a launch.
Clear on the landing pad, and you are go for departure.
charging. System scan complete. Scan complete. Frameshift drive charging. Disengaged. Incoming mission critical message.
Well, there's a coincidence. Now we have two objects on this planet that we have to go investigate.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 2, 1.
course correction time. There we are.
How the hell are you avoiding Discord if you're in Discord?
What was that?
How the hell are you boycotting Discord if you're in Discord?
I was talking to Spike earlier on Discord.
Well, that's not a good excuse.
No. Besides which, I've actually joined 3 other Discord groups in the intervening days. So I'm not boycotting it quite so much.
Well, you were supposed to, I thought. Or you're gonna or something.
For the foreseeable future, I said. And it was for the foreseeable future, and then it wasn't.
All 3 days?
No, more like a week, but anyway. But no, the other groups, I joined a power play group, and then I joined a couple of other groups. The Distant Worlds group seemed pretty intelligent, and I've gotten involved even with the Elite Dangerous community, so I had a look on their server. Although there's a couple, well, there's one idiot in particular on there I don't like, but the rest of them are okay. And that one's completely public and open. I can just turn the other guy off, so. And that worked out pretty well, so that's what I'm doing. And there's all kinds of interesting and useful information coming in now. Far more than was the case before, either with Marcus or the other group.
Fun.
Right now I'm approaching the Koli-Diski system, and I've got a planet here where I have 2 things that I have to do. One's mission related, and the other was data recovered in the Discord chat, and I don't know what's there, but something's there, so I'm going to go have a look at the coordinates he gave on the planet's surface and see what we can find. Unfortunately, it's star C, and it's quite some distance away from the primary, but I'm now within 2,000 light seconds of the target, so I'm approaching fast. How about you? What have you been up to? I haven't seen you on.
Whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, I haven't seen you on much lately, but I guess the weather's getting more pleasant now.
It's been fucking raining the last few days here.
Well, all the more reason to play Elite.
Yeah.
And I got a new apartment, and my new job starts on the same day. I'm supposed to move into my new apartment, so I've got to rearrange that a little bit, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
You're having way too much fun. You better slow down, you might hurt yourself.
Actually, my new apartment is really exciting because it's very, very nice.
How many neighbors you got?
Oh, I got a big neighbor. The American Embassy's right across the street. And I'm pretty safe there because they got anti-aircraft turrets, it's rumored, on the roof, so I feel safer than I ever have.
Why is that? The Americans shoot first and ask questions later?
Well, the thought was back at 9/11 that their embassies around the world were vulnerable, so some of them, the ones in North America, all got equipped with extra defenses, and Canada got a nice defense upgrade, and looks like, well, like I said, it's rumored. It's not like they put it into a memo and disclose for you exactly what the defenses are, but reportedly there's some reason to believe that there's anti-aircraft establishments on the roof. Okay, what are our coordinates here? Oh, we're approaching the planet. And I'm approaching the search zone with... Okay, we're in the gravity well. 2,000 kilometers away from target. 800 kilometers off the surface. 500, 400. Slowing. And oh, hang on here. You can tell Trump did something today because everyone got really sick about talking about Donald Trump since he was in the news again. Nobody wants to talk about politics anymore. They're all fed up with it.
Oh, that's good. So am I.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get for having a perpetual election. It just never ends. You're always on campaign. I honestly don't know how, in God's name, even the Republicans stomach having all these rallies. It's like, oh, let's go to the Trump rally. Why in God's name would you want to go to the Trump rally for a Saturday evening? This wreckage location keeps moving around. I have to steal some bootleg liquor or something off the surface. Bootleg liquor. Stolen bourbon. If I'm very lucky, there'll be a canister of Thargoid cocaine there. I told you about the Thargoid ship I found with a canister full of narcotics, eh?
No, you didn't.
It was bizarre. It's like, oh look, a Thargoid ship has crashed here, and there's canisters around all over the place. Why are they carrying narcotics?
Apparently they want to get their high on.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of a weird development, but okay. Whatever floats your boat. And we are now 900 meters from our wreckage target. Let's turn on the radar. Ooh, radar. And, okay, we'll just... No, we want down thrust, not up thrust. about 500 meters out. There we go. We landed successfully, incredibly. Okay, so now take Scarab 1, deploy. Scarab 1. There it is, bootleg liquor.
Week in review. Here are this week's main stories. The distance.
The game just buggered itself up. Isn't that lovely? Okay. No, you gotta do it this way. You need 3 bootleg liquor, and they're all contraband. Oh dear Lord. Okay, so shit. Nah, the game's all buggered. I can't do anything with this. I'm gonna have to reboot. Oh shit. Okay, well I'm gonna have to log off to do this, so I'll talk to you in a little while.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that.
Bye.
Bye for now.